Alrighty, welcome to the Thin Blue Line podcast, episode 3. So today I'm going to introduce my best friend here, Nathaniel Atkins.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yep. So, Nate, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Nate Atkins. I'm a Central Illinois officer with Cody here. Been friends with Cody for 10 years now, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, pretty close.
We went to the same college together, same fraternity, all that stuff. Best man at my wedding coming up, so I'm pretty excited for that. Cody's always been a big hunter. I've always ate all his meat that he kills. He said I had to start killing stuff myself so I can get some meat. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Ready to see this thing take off.
Yeah, so Nate, it's kind of funny. So I've been doing the Thin Blue Line Outdoors brand now for a little over a year. And I'm not very good about selling myself. So Nate's always supported me and stuff. Well, this year, I don't know what got up his butt, but he decided to really step in notch and really help me. I gave him one of these hats, and originally I only ordered about 10 of these, gave them to friends and family, and I thought maybe I'll sell them in the future, but didn't really plan on selling them right now. I thought, well, get my name out there a little bit more. So I gave Nate one. A couple days went by, and I get a text from him saying, "Hey, are these for sale?" And as I was typing my response, he sends back, "I've sold 8 so far." I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're selling hats now. So that's what kind of happened on there. If you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, you'll see that Nate's always commenting or sharing or pushing something. So yeah, so Nate, I guess, I don't know if other than you just supported me, I don't know, like, what made you want to step in as the lead marketer now for the brand?
Well, I think it's a really great design. I know we've talked about it and different videos and stuff like that, and I love the hats and I love the beanies that we have too now. And so honestly, I was just bored one day. And I was on social media and posted the hats, and I had about 6-7 people reach out to me asking if they were for sale, and I was like, heck yeah, they're for sale. Let me know. I'll find out prices for you. And that's when I messaged Cody real quick. So I got 8 of these sold. What are the prices? So him and I had to talk about prices and what we wanted to do, and then they just took off. I think we sold what 40, 50?
Sold around 70. Well, with beanies.
Yeah.
With beanies, and we've sold about 10 more since.
Yeah.
So we're about to 80 right now.
Hats really took off. And it's honestly, we've talked about how we kind of want people to know Illinois for different reasons other than what they know for them now. And I mean, Illinois is a great hunting state, so make it more proud and get out there. And I mean, the videos are hilarious if you go on the page and watch them. I mean, it's just a bunch of regular guys hunting and having fun with it. So figured why not throw my hat in there and let's start selling some stuff.
So to kind of go off with the hats too, I'm pretty open and honest with everybody. I kind of tell you, like, yeah, we've made a little bit of money off the hats. So I guess made my money back. Essentially, I put in all the money, around $1,200 is what it cost up front. We made more than that on just the first hat orders, and all that's going back towards the brand. So hopefully our videos and our podcasts get better and better. Right now we're filming off of the Canon DSLR. I think it's a Rebel series, and then the Canon R800 Handycam, and then I'm just shooting the audio from my phone. Eventually, as we get better, we'll have better camera equipment, better podcast equipment, and we'll get better and better. So every dime we make, every time you help us out, buy a hat, buy a hoodie, anything like that, I put it right in the back towards the brand, and we just keep making the product even better and better, and hopefully, honestly, I just enjoy doing this. Even if everybody stopped watching and stopped listening, I'd keep doing it because in the future, it's cool, always good to hear my dad and my grandpa's hunting stories and stuff, but I'll be able to tell my grandkids, hey, I went bear hunting with, Uncle Colton, and here's the video. Here, you can watch what happened. So I think that's going to be cool, and that's why I'm doing this here, and I'm happy Nate's tagging along. we usually get in trouble together, especially with my wife and his soon-to-be wife. So now that getting him in the tree stand with me and out in the turkey woods, we're probably going to get in all kinds of trouble. So anyway, Nate's kind of covered it about why you wanted to get into hunting with it comes to the meat, but other than that, what else wants you to, why do you want to get in more into hunting?
I think it's just the aspect of it. It's a good stress reliever. You know, our line of work, it's high stress, and it's not as much fun as people make it out to be sometimes. A lot of hours, a lot of time that you have to put in. So just something to go out with a friend and a buddy, bring them along, and honestly go out and do a deer stand or go turkey hunting for, you know, a couple hours, 5-6 hours, and you just get to hang out with your friends. So that's another thing that I really like about it and wanted to get more involved with it. I'll be honest with you, I've never gone actual hunting before. I've always heard, you know, your stories and different things like that. And they sound like a blast, so that really made me want to get into it more. You know, we got my hunting safety course done, different things like that. I believe Cody shot a video of how to do that and explain all that, so just be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in getting hunting or getting legal or different things like that, gave you a great breakdown on how to do it. It's real easy. I promise you, if someone like me can do it, anyone can.
What was your opinion of the hunter safety course that the DNR provides?
I thought it was good. It's definitely good education, especially like if you've never gone hunting or don't have any friends that are involved in hunting. It's really good knowledge to know, especially with gun safety. You know, having law enforcement experience, I'm pretty used to guns and safety around them and different things like that. But if you've never held a gun before or anything like that, I highly recommend you take the field day that they offer, so that way you can kind of get used to what you're going to be shooting. But yeah, I really enjoyed the course. It's really not that time consuming. You can knock it out in a day, including the test. And the test is pretty easy as long as you just pay attention.
What did it cost you?
All together with license or just the course?
Just the course.
Course is only $28, I think.
Okay. That ain't bad.
No, so it's $28. Like I said, you can knock it out in a day. You get it like on a Saturday or whatever. And it's pretty easy. You gotta take like little quizzes after each segment. You gotta pass those. Some of them are 5 questions, some of them are 10 questions. But like I said, as long as you follow the prompts, you'll be easy. You'll pass it.
And then that's actually a good point though to bring up your hunting license. If you are new to hunting, if you do the Sportsman combo here in Illinois, I think it costs $25, I believe.
Yeah, it was $25, and then
you gotta get your habitat stamp, which they throw that. Do they just throw that on? I believe.
No, that's $5.
Was it $5?
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw $5 for that, and then and we'll get here. We'll walk into our game plan for the turkeys, but so Illinois turkey season breaks down into 5 seasons, not counting youth. So if you count youth, it would be 6 seasons, which youth was, I believe, the weekend before Easter. And then pretty much they have a lottery system. You have to apply for a lottery system. There's 3 different lotteries, and you apply for which season out of those 5 seasons you want for turkey tags. If you have landowners, you can apply for landowners, and then you can hunt all 5 seasons, but you cannot get a tag in the first lottery then, which this all happens around Christmas time. Where you can apply for your lotteries. So I applied for the first lottery. I ended up getting a second season tag, which is what I chose. The reason I chose second season is because sometimes first season can be good if the weather's nice, but like last year I was hunting in snow. So it can be cold, miserable, wet, and it just sucks.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois weather. But so this year I got second season. I think it's going to be good. And then I ended up getting a 4th season tag and a 5th season tag as well. And I applied those, so I got the 4th season tag during the second lottery, which happens at like the beginning in January, I believe is when the second lottery happens. And then once all the lotteries go through, they go over the counter, and you can get over the counter tags, which I ended up getting a 5th season tag for Fulton County.
Can you go over the lottery a little bit more? Like what it is?
So the lottery essentially is you're allowed to apply one time during the lottery here in Illinois.
How do you apply?
And you go through everything's through the DNR website.
Okay.
Go to Illinois DNR's website, type in like turkey permits or turkey tags, and it'll pop up, and it'll take you to its online system, and it'll let you apply for tags. And like I said, I don't remember. I know it opens up in December. I couldn't tell you the exact date. It kind of changes from year to year sometimes. But go there, apply, and then they'll give you, out of the seasons, they'll give you for your first choice, season 1 through 5, and then they'll give you the county. And then there's also some special like park permits where maybe certain state parks will only allow so many turkey hunters in the whole season and stuff like that, which those have individual rules. You got to look those up. You can find all this information on Illinois' DNR website. So that's what I did. Again, I got I live in Fulton County here. That's where my farm's at. So I only applied for Fulton County. And the reason I figured out the landowners thing, I ended up screwing up and applying for that first lottery for a second season, and that made my landowner's tag void. So I learned the hard way on that one. So next year I'll make sure I get that figured out. And,
be better.
Yeah. So next year I'll get that figured out, which will be nice because I can hunt all 5 seasons then on my property, which I have. If you watch any of my deer hunts or turkey hunts, I hunt a couple properties around here in Fulton County. So I also would like other tags other than just landowners. So anyway, so we got the over-the-counter tag. I got a 5th season tag. Nate, luckily, was able to get his hunter safety course in time, and he was able to pick up a 5th season tag as well. So,
which, not to cut you off, but I think with the tag, the hunting license, and the course all together, I think I was still under $80 total.
That ain't bad.
No, so I mean, I got a waterfall tag with it too, a fishing license because I got the sports combo, and then the tag itself plus the course, all that together was probably around like $85. So not too expensive, especially if you have some buddies that do hunt. I know Cody said he's gonna give me some clothes to wear, different things like that. So clothing we'll probably get into a different podcast or a video, but it's nice to have friends that have stuff.
Which again, and I do cover this in a YouTube video that's coming out here soon. You need to just dark clothing. That's what's important. Yeah, obviously I do wear expensive camo. I'm not saying I don't. I wear First Light camo is what I wear. It is expensive. I do like it, but dark clothing. If you whether it's brown, black, whatever, you can go out there and kill turkey. If you go hop on Instagram right now, look up Whitetail Fit. He just killed a turkey with his bow, I believe, in blue flannel. So he just used the cover correctly, and you just got to follow his Instagram. It's pretty cool how he showed that and how he did that. So anyway, the game plan for turkey hunting, which Nate hasn't really heard this either, so this will be good for him. We have 3 farms he can hunt during that 5th season. He can come out here and then 2 other farms. Now out here it might be heavily pressured. I hunt out here. My grandpa hunts out here. My dad hunts out here, and my brother. So there's a chance 4 turkeys could be killed out of there. If that's the case, we probably definitely won't hunt here because they're going to be pretty pressured, and we don't want to obviously kill too many of them. Last year, my dad and grandpa, they are some turkey killers. My grandpa, I can't even think of a season where he hasn't killed a turkey. So and he's good at it. And then my dad, he killed a big tom last year as well. So we'll probably be more focused on the other 2 farms. Both in Fulton County here. I killed one of the farms is where I killed my turkey at last year, and there were several more toms there, and I am the only one that turkey hunts at. So that's probably going to be the go-to, because even if I have killed a turkey out of that, it won't be pressure too bad, especially if I kill on 2nd season. That means they got rested 3rd season.
You want to explain what you mean by pressure?
So if you are new to hunting, like any animal, if you hunt them for too long, you're calling them, anything like that, they feel that human pressure. And I'm not saying they may leave your farm altogether. I haven't really had that issue with turkeys, but they will become call shy, which we all like to hunt turkeys if you have hunted them before, because they're gobble. It's awesome. We have nothing around here in Illinois where it's like that, where you call to them and they actually respond. Like a deer or ducks, you call to, but they don't really respond vocally. Like, yeah, they may quack a little bit, they may grunt, but it's not like a turkey where it's they could be 100 yards away and you can hear them gobbling and they're all fired up. That's why we hunt. So anyway, that's what we're gonna hunt. Probably that farm for sure. And then the other farm that we have permission to hunt on, I came super close last year twice. I went hunting there. If you watch the video, I went hunting there with Steve Wright. He's another first responder with us. works with us, and then I almost snuck up on one as well. So that'll be a good place to hunt as well. We'll just kind of play it by ear. That one does get a little bit more pressure. The neighbors I know turkey hunt, and there's a couple other guys that have permission that they turkey hunt as well. So that's kind of our game plan for the turkeys. I'm super excited for it. If you never turkey hunted before, like when it comes to like Thanksgiving turkeys and stuff, I'm not crazy about it. I don't think it tastes that well.
No, I'm a ham guy.
Exactly, same here. But wild game turkeys are just completely different, a lot more nutrient dense it seems like, and they taste a lot better. I know my go-to ways are either smoker, or good way that everybody that likes it is you fry it up. You can either almost make it like a tenderloin out of it, real tenderize it and then fry it up, or cut it in strips and fry it up like turkey nuggets.
See, I'm just here to kill, and he's the cook.
Yeah. So, either way, I love wild game turkey, and then I'll be experimenting with the legs a little bit, which I still got my turkey legs from last year. So I'm excited to try a couple recipes out.
I'll help you judge how they taste.
Yeah. So anyway, game plan for the future. So Nate will definitely be deer hunting with me this year. He's a big fan of my crossbow. Hopefully I can talk him into shooting a compound eventually, but right now let's stick with the crossbow. He's a good shot. He's a good shot with it. So, and he puts a good dent in my deer meat every year. So
I'm guilty of that.
So it'll be good if we can actually get him deer this year. We might have a little side challenge and competition with a couple of our buddies that'll be hunting as well. You've seen Steve. You've seen him on video before.
Old Man River.
Yep. So hopefully that should be fun. I think your main goal is you really want to get at least some meat down.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't care if it's. I mean, obviously, I'd love to get a buck. Don't get me wrong. You guys would see some great buck fever from me. I'm a pretty energetic guy. But if it's a doe, it's a doe. I don't really care. I just want to get some meat in the freezer and not have to make you go bear.
Yeah. Yep. So now I'm looking forward to it. And then I know we've talked about Nate really wants to do an out-of-state hunt eventually. What kind of I know we talked about bear hunting before we started the podcast, which I want to go bear hunting again. It's a blast. I'd probably recommend anybody to go.
Yeah, but like this time, let's make sure that like if you have another child, like it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't have to be yelled at.
So I did on my last bear hunt. My daughter was only a month old at the time when I went. Now, to my credit, my wife gave me permission to go, but I still get a lot of headache from that. And unfortunately, Nate took the brunt of that when I was gone, because of course, when I was gone, they had some tornadoes. 2
of them touched town.
Yeah.
And naturally, I get phone calls of his wife because I've known her for 8-10 years, and Cody said, "You need anything, call Nate," and she sure called me, and I got the brunt of it. Let me get this straight. I love his wife. She's family. She's great. She treats me very well. She's like a mom. Love her to death. But I never want to see her mad, ever, in my entire life, because I saw it firsthand, and it was not good.
I would like to tell you that my wife gave me the black eye, but
it was really me.
Yeah. In jiu-jitsu is where it happened at, but she wouldn't be afraid to give me a black eye if I step out of line. So, I don't know, you think you see yourself going elk hunting or something like that eventually, or?
Yeah, I think it was cool. You said that was the hardest hunt you've ever been on.
Oh, by far, yeah.
And I mean, obviously,
by far,
we're very competitive individuals, and we love to compete. So that's part of the reason why I also got into hunting, is to be better than Cody. He's been doing it a lot longer than me, but you know, I've seen his skill work sometimes. It's suspect.
Not too hard to be better than me. Seen some of my shots.
But yeah, I think honestly, I think it'd be a blast to go elk hunting, bear hunting. I really want to go hog hunting too. I know one of our coworkers just went hog hunting. He had a blast down there too. So I think something like that, especially while we're young. I mean, you've kind of gotten a head start with the family aspect. I don't have a family yet. I just have
You got a dog.
I got a good old dog.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I think it'd be fun to go out of state. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Illinois hunting with deers and turkeys and stuff like that. But some of the different game that you can go after and hunt is what really intrigues me.
All right, so again, the Thin Blue Line brand's only been going on for about a year now. I started filming before we actually started uploading videos, and I'm still learning process, but you know, it has grown quite a bit since Nate's joined the team and helped.
Let's get this straight. I am a team.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say you really kicked my butt and got me into gear. We've jumped 200 to 300 followers on Facebook since you came. Instagram's jumped up quite a bit. YouTube's jumped up quite a bit. The only thing really is TikTok. I've kind of had a good following on that, a decent following anyway. But what the main thing is, I'm seeing continuous growth since Nate's joined, which is important because there's real stalemate when it's just myself. It would be like I'll pick up a follower here and there, but I'm getting now, maybe not weekly, sometimes it's weekly. It kind of depends on what content we put out. But definitely monthly at least, where it's just continuous growth, which is what I like. So we'll keep pushing that. You know, we've set some goals of where we want to go with this, but Nate, where do you kind of see the brand going from here?
I mean, obviously I love the content that we throw out there. I think it's great for hunters to interact with one another. So if one thing works really well for Cody, it might work for someone else. Something that I try that's different works really well for me as a new hunter. It can show other people how to get into it, real easy to get into it. Ultimately, I think I would love for us to where we sell merchandise, like the hats that I have on now, the beanies, the hoodies and t-shirts that we're currently trying to sell now. Ultimately, get our name out there enough to where we're not just throwing stuff back into the brand, but ultimately we can give it to, you know, like COPS organization for fallen officers and different things like that, where we could also get to jiu-jitsu. There's another thing for that with COPS, where they can help sponsor police officers, or I think it's any law enforcement.
Yeah,
any LEO can do jiu-jitsu. They sponsor you. So we have one trooper that is getting sponsored by them. They help pay for gym memberships and different things like that. Because ultimately you gotta be able to defend yourself and defend the public.
Which if you're interested in that, which anybody can donate to that. Mitch Aguilar is his name, out of Florida. I think it's Adopt a Cop.
Yeah, Adopt a Cop.
Yep. But anybody can donate that. We're hoping maybe one day we can actually contribute to that donation. But that's something that's new that's going on, which yeah, Nate does jiu-jitsu with us, and we got a pretty good line of Leos that we regularly train with now, which is good.
But I think, you know, ultimately, I mean, it's been almost 2 years now since we lost an officer in line of duty. And just seeing the outpour of respect and support through those organizations that help that family. Deputy Chisholm, unfortunately, fell in line of duty. And to be able to be an organization like we are, to give back to that same organization that helped our community out, would be incredible. That'd be a surreal moment, kind of a moment we made it type deal. So obviously we gotta learn to crawl before we can walk, and then we learn to walk before we can run. So right now we're crawling, but ultimately I think it'd be awesome if we get to that standpoint, to where we can really start helping some families out and different things like that.
Correct me if I am wrong, but you were our philanthropy chair at Lambda Chi for a while, correct? Did you ever have that role?
I didn't have that role. I helped out a lot with it.
I knew you did.
But I mean, I've always.
So you helped a lot with the EC for Dax.
Yeah. Yep. And then also the Keegan Fund that we did my senior year. Little boy had cancer. Did a fundraiser for him and his family. I wouldn't say I'm a kind, gentle soul, but when it comes to certain things, I really enjoy giving back to people, especially in our line of work. You know, the suicide rate's always up. Line of duty deaths are always up. So just to be able to provide support for people in need and support those that, like we said, we saw firsthand ourselves. So hopefully eventually we can get to that point. Also, hopefully we get a lot of new hunters involved in the page. get them out, get them used to hunting, so then they get passed down to their kids and so on and so forth, and fill some freezers up with some meat. And I think it'd be an absolute blast. Pretty sure sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
I'm going to earn another black eye here. What do you want? Okay. When we get back to this, okay? Bye.
Love you. Hey, I heard it. She said love you too. See, that's why she's family. Notice how she said it to me, not Cody, so I just want to point that out.
Alright, sorry about that. We're back on the audio. The video was already recorded. My wife had to tell me stuff that I guess she deemed necessary. So we'll just go with that. Again, I promise you she did not give me this eye. She may give me this eye if I earn it. But anyway, it ended up eventually we're hoping Brang is big enough to where we can donate to, more than likely it's going to be cops. You can check them out, and then hopefully maybe adopt a cop for jiu-jitsu in the future. Again, we got a long ways to go for that. As I said, any income we've made so far goes directly towards the brand and just trying to upgrade our gear. I don't ever, I mean, it'd be cool to happen. I'm not going to say I wouldn't take it. I don't ever see this coming my full-time gig or anything. First thing, I love being a cop. Number one.
And he gets to work with me, so.
Yeah, exactly. That may get me to push farther to the brand. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, if it became a full-time gig, cool. I just don't see that happening. But I'm not gonna lie, I would, if I could give back, that would be awesome. And then maybe even if it could pay for a couple of my hunts. I wouldn't turn it down. But that's kind of the end goal right now. Again, if nobody watches this, if nobody listens to the podcast, nobody watches the videos, I would still be doing this and still be, so I could show it to my family and show it to my friends and have that for the future to come. So I'd be doing this no matter what, and I just enjoy it.
Also, a huge thank you to everyone that has supported us so far. You know, like I said, we've been doing this. He's been doing it for a year. I've been on since probably February, January range.
Something like that.
And the support's been insane. I mean, we've had people from, you know, Tennessee, Alabama.
There's 5 different states.
Yeah, it's like Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, and then Iowa. Iowa. Yep. So we've had you know 5 different states. Different people reach out to us that wanted our gear. Some of them are from Illinois that moved out of state. I know one of my buddies that he's going to meet is going to be coming back here to do his deer hunting and turkey hunting and stuff like that. So he ordered some gear. I'm going to be giving it to him when he comes in town. We're all going to grab some lunch together. So that'd be really cool. But yeah, just the support, we cannot thank you enough. I mean, without you guys, we wouldn't have this dream of potentially helping others in the future. So first and foremost, thank you guys. You were 100% helpful. Any feedback that you want to give us, whether it's on different hunting videos, you know, something that you do that's different than what Cody does, you know, comment on the page, say, hey, I tried this. Just interact with us. Really tell us what you want, because ultimately, you know, this content's for you. This content is, the merchandise is for you guys. So really speak up, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll really try to focus on what content you guys like. I think right now we're doing a pretty good job with YouTube videos, and the podcast now we're doing it has been really helpful.
Yeah, podcast, we're going to try to drop the podcast weekly. A lot of times it might just be me on the podcast, but Nate's going to be making several appearances. You're going to probably have a couple of the guys you've seen in my videos. If you have seen them, if not, you should check them out. But a couple of those guys will probably be on here. And then I got a lot of buddies who, you know, they deer hunt, duck hunt, turkey hunt. So if I find out they kill a big deer, big turkey, whatever, I'll probably be calling them up and see if they want to come out here and kind of tell us what happened. Because I guess I talked to you guys about in the first podcast. I love hunting stories. I can sit around a table like this, drinking beer, drinking coffee, and listen to hunting stories all day long. I like telling them, I like listening to them. So anytime I can get somebody on that wants to tell me a hunting story, I'm down. But again, like Nate said, I will take any feedback I can get. Either comment on the podcast, on a video, Facebook, Instagram, doesn't matter. Just you can either comment, send me a direct message on good or bad. I'm open to criticism. Trust me, we get it all the time on the street. So
especially
a lot of people think they can do our job for us. So so I'm used to it. Trust me, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I mean, heck, I'm a guy with a speech impediment. Decided to do a podcast and videos. So trust me, I expect some criticism.
I will try to get him to say those magic words that he struggles with people on some podcasts here in the future.
I'm sure it'll happen.
What's funny is like, what most people don't realize, because we didn't really talk about at the beginning, is like, I never envisioned myself living in Fulton County, like ever. I never, in college, I always made fun of him for being from a Timbuk town and different things like that, and ultimately, my life is here now. I love it. I love Fulton County. It's fun though. It's definitely come full circle. He's brought a herd of us down here. He's forming his own little group. Trying to, yeah. I mean, we got a lot of buddies from college, even not college, that we just know that have moved down here. So it's pretty surreal to see everything going on, and he called me his best friend earlier, so we're just going to remember to document that down so that way no one forgets it, because he called it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, what this can bring, because I really do think this is a fun thing to do with your friends, just hunting in general. And then you add the marketing side, which I'm pretty good with. I think it's a blast. It's definitely a de-stressor. Some things are stressful with it. Don't get me wrong. Trying to talk to him about different things, and it's funny. His wife always says, "Are you talking to your husband?" Because him and I talk more than we talk to our significant other sometimes. So they get a kick out of it. At least I like to think they do.
Yep. Well, on that, I think we're going to end it. This has been the longest podcast we've had so far. We're, I think, around that half-an-hour mark, so we're going to end it. That was episode 3.
There it was. See, speech impediment.
Episode 3 of the Thin Blue Line podcast. So, other than that, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.